Kalar dawisu ne kaima.
Kun ga kalar dawisu, kyawu ta fi su, har ma da diri ta fi su, kwalliya ta fi su, kyawun fuska ta fi su, duk karyarsu sunanta ne dawisu. Kun ganta
Wayona ya gamo la shaka, da dan albarka, kai ta raba sunanka. Na zaɓe ka, ni dan zan aure ka, tun na kaunar ka, dan shawar kallon ka. To ka sani sunanka sunana ne, na bi ka kyakkyawa. Dawisu, fara'a ka fi su, angon dawisu.
shigar yarinya mai yawan tarbiyya, sunanki ma ya sauya, kin zama soyayya, kin haskake alƙarya, ga ki irin alkunya yar yari.
Let me welcome you to the 2026 Colloquium of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, the PSN, ably hosted by the Adamawa State Government, on the theme Pharmacy Education, Catalyst for Professional Inclined Workforce.
It's a great honor and privilege for me to welcome you all to the 2026 Colloquium of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, taking place here in Yola, Adamawa State. This event is meant to herald a significant milestone in the annals of PSN. That is the centenary celebration of pharmacy profession in 2027. The major highlights of today's event will feature the launch of the Centenary Trust Fund. This is a testament to our commitment to strengthening the pharmacy profession in Nigeria and by extension, the healthcare delivery in general. It's our pleasure to have you here today as our chief host. The unwavering and very determined support of His Excellency has made this possible. Your Excellency, as a transformational leader, the exploit of your administration is exemplified in great health care scorecards and massive physical development across the state, especially turning Yola into a modern city is truly commendable. This colloquium is more than just a gathering. It is also meant to serve as a platform to chart an innovative approach for career advancement, knowledge exchange, professional networking, and mentorship. To reinforce the above stated facts, we have chosen to deliberate on one of the most relevant subject matter in contemporary times. As the theme for this colloquium, Pharmacy Education, Catalyst for a Professionally Inclined Workforce. Let me assure you that an erudite scholar and immediate past president of PSN, Professor Cyril Yusufo, FPSN, and other arrays of well-seasoned speakers definitely will fit the bill to eloquently deal with all the issues on the dais of this colloquium.
Your Excellency, by way of welcoming remark, it is with immense pleasure, pride, and gratitude that I warmly welcome you all on behalf of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Adamawa State Chapter, to this historic occasion. The PSN Centenary Colloquium and launching of the Endowment Fund, proudly hosted here in Adamawa, today marks a significant milestone not only to the lives of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, as it celebrates the 100 years of excellence, resilience, and service to humanity, but also in our collective commitment to advancing the pharmacy profession and strengthening healthcare delivery in our nation. We are deeply honored by your presence, which reflects our shared commitment to the growth of the health sector and the future of pharmacy practice in Adamawa as well as Nigeria in general. This year's colloquium with the theme Pharmacy Education, Catalyst for a Professional Inclined Workforce is both timely and forward-looking. It underscores the critical role of education in shaping a competent, innovative, and ethically grounded pharmaceutical workforce capable of meeting evolving health needs of our society. At this junction, Adamawa State, under the purposeful and visionary leadership of His Excellency, Right Honorable Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri, have recorded commendable achievement in healthcare sector. This includes strategic investment in healthcare infrastructure, strengthening of primary healthcare system, improving access to essential medicines, and ensure workforce development. This strides has significantly improved healthcare delivery and positioned the state as an emerging hub for health sector excellence. Furthermore, the conducive environment created by this administration presents a unique opportunity for investment, particularly in the establishment of pharmaceutical industry in Adamawa State, offers vast potential for local drug manufacturing, research, and development.
You are all welcome to Yola. As you know, the colloquium is a word derived from Latin, which really talks about discussions, conversations, or meetings of select groups to discuss a select subject matter. In our own case today, the Pharmaceutical Society, which will soon be 100 next year, will be discussing pharmacy education, catalyst for a professionally inclined workforce. The old saying is that we're only as good as what we know. But today's knowledge has to be relevant, has to be dynamic. For pharmacy, we anticipate that there will be a lot of changes, say, in the next 10 years. And if we don't attend to our kind of education, from being product focused to being patient centered, which must also be driven by relevant technology, we will not be able to fit the roles that will be followed. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we start today's colloquium, we are assembled and we hope that we will come out with proceedings that will help redirect our education towards the next 10 years, which will definitely be different. With artificial intelligence and data that is heavily available to be analyzed, in the next 10 years, pharmacy education and practice is definitely going to be completely different. So I urge our members to please pay attention. This is a very serious discussion. It's a discussion. It's not, there will be no sightseeing. We will sit down and discuss intensely and be able to come out with new directions.
It is my great honor and privilege to welcome you all to Adamawa State, the land of beauty, for this significant colloquium of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. I heartily commend your choice of Yola as venue for this colloquium. This is a vote of confidence in our deliberate efforts to make Yola attractive for investment, meetings, conferences, and tourism, as you can see around. I warmly welcome the leadership and members of the society, distinguished academics, seasoned practitioners, policymakers, researchers, and stakeholders in the health sector who have gathered here in Yola to deliberate on a theme that is both timely and strategic to the future of healthcare delivery, not just in Adamawa State, not just in the nation, but in the world at large. The theme of this colloquium, Pharmacy Education, Catalyst for a Professionally Inclined Workforce, is particularly apt. It underscores the critical role that education and continuous professional development play in shaping a competent, ethical, and responsive pharmaceutical workforce capable of meeting the evolving healthcare needs of our people. In today's rapidly changing world, the healthcare landscape is becoming increasingly complex. From emerging diseases and technological advancements to the growing demand for patient-centered care, the expectations placed on the pharmaceutical professionals continue to expand daily. It is therefore imperative that pharmacy education is dynamic, forward-looking, and aligned with global-based practices. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the quality of healthcare delivery is directly linked to the quality of training received by healthcare professionals. A well-trained pharmacist is not only a dispenser of medicines, but also a vital partner in patient care, drug safety, research, and public health advocacy. As a government, we in Adamawa State recognize the indispensable role of education in building a strong and resilient healthcare system. This is why our administration has consistently invested in both the health and education sectors, improving infrastructure, as testified by many, supporting training, raising more institutions, creating opportunities for capacity development. For instance, we have built and equipped 6 brand new cottage hospitals, rehabilitated existing general and special hospitals, recruited thousands of healthcare professionals, including pharmacists, and ensured that their remuneration is among the best in the country. This government has also approved the consultant pharmacy cadre in the state civil service. Furthermore, I have appointed a pharmacist as the state head of service and one of you as my senior special assistant. As you deliberate over the next few days, I encourage you to create time to explore and enjoy the hospitality, culture, and serenity that Adamawa State offers. On this note, it is my pleasure to declare this 2026 National Colloquium of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria officially open. I wish you celebrations and successful outcomes.
We pharmacists, we're proud of pharmacy. We members of the glorious PSN, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. As men of all, we join hands for farmers. Pharmacists, we are the health sector. We are the industry. We are the leadership. We are the education. We are the governance. We are the, just name it. We are the Nigerians. We are the.
Having mentioned all the things the governor has done for pharmacy and healthcare in general, I'll go straight to the launching of the Centenary Endowment Fund. The PSN is deeply appreciative of the gestures of His Excellency, Right Honorable Dr. Amadou Umar Fintri, CON, who is our chief host at this colloquium. We assure Your Excellency that our Centenary Endowment Fund will be structured to promote pharmacy education and health-based research. The PSN reiterates its demand for a college of pharmacy at the State University, and we shall collaborate with your administration to make it a structured step. Those of you who were with us at the government house this morning, the Deputy Governor assured us that the Faculty of Pharmacy will be established. Pharmacy is laden historically with inventor pharmacists, and we look forward to fulfilling our promise to actualize an Umar Fintri Award for innovation in pharmacy practice. The maiden award might be presented at the 2027 Centenary celebration. Finally, I wish to thank once again His Excellency, Right Dr. Honorable Ahmed Umar Fintiri, CM and key official of the Adamawa State Government who made this happen. So I'd like to thank all the state pharmacists, from the executive to the ordinary pharmacists, who came together and worked tirelessly to ensure that this colloquium takes place. In similar spirit, I wish to especially appreciate our past president, the chairman of Board of Trustees, and indeed all our distinguished guests for making this happen. Your Excellency, our collaboration will be fruitful but invincible, as this partnership produces palpable benchmarks for public health. May God bless Nigeria, and may God bless Adamawa State, and may God bless Taraba State too.
It is with deep gratitude, humility, and profound sense of humor that I stand this distinguished gathering today. This moment is not only historic, but also deeply inspiring as we celebrate a national conference, a colloquium celebration here in Adamawa State that brings together brilliant minds, professionals, stakeholders committed to the advancement of healthcare and the pharmacy profession in Nigeria. Let me bring my warm welcome to every one of you who has traveled from different parts of the country to be here today. Your presence here reflects the unity, dedication, and shared vision that continue to move our profession and our nation forward. Hosting participants from all over the 36 states of the Federation here in Adamawa State is truly a national honor for us. Today is particularly special because under the supervision of our visionary leadership of His Excellency, this is the first time Adamawa State is hosting such a significant national conference in this magnitude. This milestone speaks volumes about the progress, openness, and inclusiveness leadership that we have experienced in His administration. Your Excellency, permit me to give you this little expo. He's actually online watching to show you how dedicated His Excellency is to this profession. Taking the live stream, join the live stream, starting from the beginning. So he's here with us. So I just want to bring to your notice that he's with us here. So when I say Your Excellency, just know he's here. Your Excellency, I write to sincerely appreciate you for your unwavering commitment to the growth of the health sector and to the pharmaceutical profession in our state and beyond. You have constantly demonstrated leadership. That leadership is not just about governance, but about creating opportunities, empowering people, and building systems that improve the lives of citizens.
I'm here to represent the Honorable Commissioner for Health and Human Services, Chief Felix B. Togomi, who has just sent in a message for me to reach to this very important gathering. That's the 2026 PSN Colloquium. So please permit me to read his message now. Your Excellency, it is with deep appreciation and strong sense of fulfillment that I stand before you today at this important colloquium. Let me begin by expressing our profound gratitude to Your Excellency for your unwavering commitment to the health sector, particularly the transformation of pharmaceutical services in Adamawa State. Over the past few years, your administration has demonstrated that strong leadership and deliberate policy direction can reposition a sector for excellence. We have witnessed under your leadership the deliberate expansion of the pharmaceutical workforce through consistent recruitment and absorption of pharmacists and interns. The elevation of profession to strategic leadership positions, including permanent secretaries and even the head of service, and unprecedented recognition. the strengthening of training institutions and internship centers, ensuring that our young professionals are well prepared for modern practice. Your Excellency, your support has also translated into tangible system improvements, functional and better equipped health facilities, strengthening supply chain system through the establishment and recapitalization of Adamawa State Health Supply Management Agency, improved availability of essential medicine across the state. There are not just policies, there are life-impacting interventions that are improving patient safety, service delivery, and public confidence in our health system.
Access to medicine is a fundamental human right. It's not something that only the privileged should have. Because if medicines are accessible and also affordable, talking about pharmacoeconomics, if they're accessible and there's no money to buy, then it becomes a problem. Then we can save life, we can reduce mortality, and we can also reduce mobility, especially those that are associated with acute and chronic diseases. The WHO recommends that all countries voluntarily should reach the minimum target of 80% availability of medicines by 2025. This is 2026. You think we've arrived at in Nigeria? The answer is no. Next slide. And therefore, the access to essential medicine, like I mentioned, is fundamental to effective healthcare delivery. Without access to these necessary medications, an individual as you and I, with acute or chronic conditions, may suffer from worsening health outcomes, including mobility and mortality. I'm also with the fact that where the pocket is there, we pay for out of pocket, more of the time, out of pocket expenses, we may not be able to achieve what is needed. I found out that people actually treat themselves at home and manage, and their body tries to recover. It's only when it becomes very tough, they come to the hospital. When I sat on the UBT board, one of the things I discovered was that people every month, we had about 4,000 to 5,000 mortality cases. I had to challenge the CND, and we wanted to know why people were having difficulties, why things were going the way they were going. And we found out that when you make people accountable, they will pay attention to needs. And pharmacy is the pivot for which most things go on in the hospital. Pharmacy education, according to FIP, the education that develops a competent, professionally educated pharmaceutical workforce for diversity of settings through different stages, whether undergraduate, postgraduate, whether continuous learning. And the truth is that, I think you're moving a little bit very fast, that it has to happen within an academic or institutional infrastructure framework. That is to say, you must have a particular space where people can gather together. You and I have been privileged with the fact that our deputy governor people say that he's a classroom teacher. There must be that sector. And I'm happy to let you know that the School of Pharmacy in Adamawa will be established and it has come to stay. Next slide. I will show later, I can tell you without reservation that we will liaise with government, with NAPA chair, with my sister in diaspora, and a couple of us will form the workforce to make sure that this faculty of pharmacy stands in Adamawa. Capacity of the Nigerian workforce continues to increase, whether we like it or not. And demand for healthcare services rises daily to meet complex disease conditions. You may be in your pharmacy, you may realize that we need to do more than what you have been taught in the School of Pharmacy. I will tell you one thing, that the advancing the role of pharmacy, despite the difficult healthcare terrain, is to make sure that we have relevance and capacity, because it's more important than now. When my wife was in community pharmacy before she decided to join me in academia, you see, she was the first lady chairman of, then it used to be NHPP in Edo State. I would go to her pharmacy to practice, but she never paid me. One day I had
a visitation from a physician colleague who brought a prescription for it to say. And he said, where is the pharmacist? I came out, I was there, and I said, please dispense this drug. I said, why do you need this? Is the patient in the hospital or at home? One thing people don't know is that pharmacists are very smart people. I found out that the surname of the patient and the surname of the person that signed the prescription, the physician, were the same. I didn't know whether it's the sister or the wife or whatever it is. I would spare us the story, but at the end of the day, it became clear that we had to exchange some words, good exchange of words. And I told him, you can go to the faculty of pharmacy and ask about who I am. When he was properly educated, he agreed with me that it was wrong to have written a prescription for the wife. And I told him, take your wife to the hospital, otherwise he will kill her. When I was sure he was properly educated, I handed over the prescription back to him and I said, I'm so sorry, this pharmacy doesn't have us to say, go to the hospital. We became friends thereafter. And so pharmacy education is undergoing significant transformation to shift from a focus on dispensing to patient-centered clinical care and making it possible for us to have a professional workforce.
I bring you good tidings from the Nigerian Medical Association, Adamawa State chapter, and the Nigerian Medical Association work closely with the Pharmaceutical Society. Let me also deposit here. During our last National Health Summit, where the Nigerian Medical Association organized an overview on our national health, and I think our society was invited. There was a presidential committee on unlocking blockchain on health in Nigeria, and what I observed during the summit was that the discussion was completely over pharmaceutical drugs production. So I stood up. I now mentioned that it's like the pharmacies have taken over our health. The whole presidential committee was only talking about drugs. And I told them that I'm a radiologist, that we could not even produce a ultrasound probe, we can't even produce an X-ray film, we can't produce an X-ray machine, talk less of CT or MRI. So, but I told the pharmaceutical societies are doing very well. We must have to say that. And we also need to also change our game, also start thinking of how we can actually domesticate our activities based on our profession.
The Board of Fellows, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, extends its warm goodwill and sincere commendation to the President, NEC and Council of the PSN. I wish to welcome you to this well-conceived, organized, and being delivered today and tomorrow here in Yola, our colloquium. The Board of Fellows is particularly grateful to His Excellency, Right Honorable Dr. Ahmad Umaru Fintiri, CON, for this auspicious hosting of this colloquium today and tomorrow. I'm aware and informed that His Excellency took up the sponsorship of this colloquium to ensure that Adamawa State has also a field of pharmaceutical industry and pharmaceutical presence and practice in Nigeria. This timely initiative provides an important platform for strategic reflection and informed dialogue in the future of pharmacy education in Nigeria. The choice of our immediate past president and a professor of pharmaceutical chemistry, Professor Cyril Dianofo Osifo, FPSN, FNA Farm, FPCB, to deliver the keynote address themed Pharmacy Education Catalyst for a Professionally Inclined Workforce is most apt and commendable. As senior custodians of the profession, the Board of Fellows reaffirms its support for initiatives such as this that advance professional education, curriculum enhancement, excellence, ethical practice, and national development. We are therefore confident that the deliberations and outcome of this colloquium will contribute meaningfully to education curriculum, policy advocacy, and to the long-term advancement of the pharmaceutical sector.
This is the goodwill message of the registrar at the occasion of the 2026 Colloquium of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria in Yola, Adamawa State, this 31st day of March 2026. I bring you warm greetings from the registrar and the staff of the registry. And I also wish to commend the President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria and the all leaders of our society for creating the enabling environment for the goodwill that the society is enjoying, that has led to the Adamawa State government hosting the society at this colloquium. It's a commendable achievement and gesture that the society is grateful, and the PCN appreciates the PSN for creating. The PCN registry has been working assiduously to address the challenges that the society and the profession is facing in various areas of our practice. We are addressing issues of practice in education, in our strategic plans, and in hospital practice, and all the areas in which the PCN is having, the pharmacists are having challenges. The PCN hosted the National Inspectors Workshop in 2025 in Nasarawa State to retrain our inspectors so that our inspectorial activities will be improved.
I bring greetings from the Board of Trustees of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, and of course sharing the commitment to the theme of this colloquium, Catalyst Pharmacy Education, Catalyst for a Professionally Inclined Workforce. Mine is felicitations, and of course I'm sure my colleagues here will agree how different it is to be in a state that recognizes the worth of the pharmacist, where we have a government that has recognized to put in place head of service, special advisor, PAMSEX as pharmacists in this government. Unfortunately, the governor is not here, but I'm sure that he will accept that he does see the professionalism and the ability to cope with all challenges, irrespective of what part of governance. So I ask our colleagues in Adamawa State to keep the flag flying, to continue to show that we are able, so that maybe other states will follow suit, and to wish everybody a happy 2026 colloquium.